Hey, it's Rick here with a follow-up video to the Speck PixelSkin HD video that I did quite some time ago. There have been some changes to this case, and I'm not sure if they're intentional or not, and I'll talk a little bit more to that at the end of this video, that I want to make all of you aware of. So I've got the original Speck PixelSkin HD case here, and I've also got the revised case right here. So let's go ahead and take a look side by side, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we go, the side-by-side comparison. You've got the original PixelSkin HD here on the left and the revised on the right. And the very first thing that you'll notice is the camera cutouts. On the left, which is the original case, that camera cutout is a keyhole style cutout. Your revised case has more of a pill-shaped cutout. The other thing that is not so obvious, but I'll call it out here, is more of a design thing. If you take a look at all of these little pixels or these squares, they kind of just blend off to the end of the case. On the new, you've got this border. It's almost like a line that runs all the way around the case. So just an aesthetics thing or a design thing that you should be aware of. The other thing that I'll mention, color. You've got your original one on the top and your revised on the bottom. The revised case has a different shade of black, so it's a little bit darker in color. Again, just a look and feel sort of thing. And then your buttons on the side, and I'll get to the big issue with this in a moment. You can see that the original is here, the revised is here. You can also see that color difference I'm talking about, but on the buttons, they do look different, and they do raise up a little bit higher on the newer version. Now, the problem that I have with the revised case, here's the original, so you can see it's got that cut out there. This is a very nice flexible case. It's still a TPU material, so it's going to retain its shape and keep your phone safe, but because it flexes, it will be very responsive to your button presses on the side and on the top, and I covered that in my original video. The revised case, however, I can't really bend it without providing some significant force to get it to bend, and as a result of that, that makes these buttons extremely difficult to press, and it just translates into, in my opinion, a very unsatisfactory experience with this case. So you really need to be aware of that when we're talking about these two cases. The revised case that I have on hand here versus the original case, the user experience and button presses is very, very different, so keep that in mind. Again, new case here on the right, camera cutout is pill-shaped. The original on the left, and your camera cutout is more of a keyhole style. Okay, so there you have it, a comparison side by side of the Speck PixelSkin. This is the original, and then this is the revised case. You know, my advice to you, if you can get the original, by all means go for it, because it is a very different experience when you press these buttons versus the new one that's shipping now. Now, I will say this, the results are inconclusive. I'm looking at a lot of different forum discussions, and people are saying they're contacting Speck about this new revised case, and they're being told that there was a manufacturing defect and the wrong materials got used, and Speck's going to make good on it. So my advice to you, if you've got this case, if it's coming and you find that the buttons are hard to press, contact Speck, see what they say. Who knows, maybe they'll be able to ship you out another case that is built out of materials that are easier to respond to. So that's my advice to you, but it's something you should be aware of when you consider getting this case or when the case arrives. Now, if you have this case, the revised one that is, and you don't have issues with these buttons and it's easy to respond to, leave a comment here, because I'm really curious to see, is that an issue with this case widespread, or is it, as they say, a manufacturing defect? So there you go. I hope this was helpful for you, providing a little bit more clarity on the comparison of the two cases. I still stand by my word. This is one of the better cases you can get on the market if you can get the one that is made out of this material that responds appropriately. So there you have it, and we'll talk to you next time.